6 o'clock on Friday, the 29th of November 2019. Good evening and thank you for tuning in to the English edition of Ora News. My name is Alexandra, bringing you the only daily update of the local Albanian news translated into English. The balance of victims of the catastrophic earthquake has reached 49 and unfortunately is likely to continue to climb. As of this moment, there are 25 victims in Durrës, 23 in Thuman and 1 in Kurbin. According to official data, 45 people have been rescued from the wreckage and 900 have been injured. The 4 bodies taken out of the rubble of the Lalas family home in Ishkaneta area and a further 2 bodies, one in the Ishkaneta area and one in the neighbourhood 6, have brought the death toll up to 49. The body of 41-year-old Sotiraj Misha was also recovered from the wreckage of the Miramare Hotel in Durrës. Currently, searches continue only at the Miramare Hotel in Durrës, where other victims are suspected, with Serbian and Montenegrin rescue units concentrating on the efforts there. Searches have been completed at the ruins of a 6-storey building in Durrës in the Ishkaneta area and in Thumana. Meanwhile, in other areas, work has been interrupted as there are no further reports of missing persons. Attention is now shifting focus towards the emergency camps set up for the displaced and the disbursement of necessity items for citizens who have abandoned their homes in those areas most affected by the earthquake. All the while, the ground continued to shake as aftershocks repeatedly rocked the country last night and today, albeit with decreasing intensity. The rainstorm made life difficult for residents who were left homeless by the November 26 earthquake. The tents at the Thumana campsite did not withstand the intensity of the recent rainfall. Some left the camp to take shelter in Shëngjin and many more expressed the strong desire to leave. Families complain that the umbrella cities are home also to numerous sick people who require more attention. It was also a difficult night for the residents of Durrës who are being sheltered at the school's gymnasium. In the morning, everyone received instructions that they would be transferred to hotels along the coast or even in Kosovo, with the associated cost being taken on by the businesses providing the temporary relief. The situation in Durrës is proving to be an absolute tragedy, with the level of destruction now becoming clearer as time passes since the devastating earthquake hit last Tuesday. It has been discovered that new constructions in the beach area have been severely damaged. The residents themselves have raised their concerns about the threat posed by their damaged dwellings as they seek help in resolving the situation. The day after the earthquake, families rushed to rescue whatever they could save while seeking alternative accommodation. Fallen walls and retaining columns are severely damaged, therefore immediate intervention is required as a measure to prevent further tragedies. The same situation is present near the Golem area. Footage clearly shows the damage caused by the earthquake. Families have fled the area over the past few days. Their loss and the trauma to their children and other family members remain of great concern. The views across the coastal area are that of a dilapidated city in which even the inhabitants of the safest dwellings have escaped from the panic of further shaking. Among the citizens who were lucky enough to escape the entrapment of the falling debris from their homes during last Tuesday's earthquake is the Hoxha family of the Preza area of Vora. Father Cemal Hoxha recounted for RTV Ora News the moment he managed to escape with his ailing mother as the property turned into falling rubble around him. As a result of heavy rains, the Hoxha family residence has become uninhabitable, the weather significantly hindering search and rescue operations as well as diminishing conditions for those in temporary accommodation. In the Preza area, there are at least 60 dwellings that have become uninhabitable, with around 200 families in need of food and assistance. Seismic activity in the country is calming down. Seismologist Edmond Nushi points out that more than 1,000 aftershocks have been registered in the country and the shaking continues, though it has been noted that their magnitude is decreasing. The Minister of Defence, Olta Jachka, called on all residents who have damaged apartments not to stay until assessments have been made. In a press release, she said checks are being conducted by both Albanian and foreign experts. She guaranteed that no one would be left homeless. Dachka said a field kitchen has been set up in Thumana and another was being assembled in Bupch to assist in preparing the 10,000 rations required over the next 7 days. If your home is damaged, don't rely on your own expertise. Don't risk your life or your family's. Get out. Depart to accommodation facilities such as the hundreds of beds on offer in the best hotels in Durrës, Tirana, Leja, Shenzhen or Berat, or to the homes of your relatives if you wish. But leave until experts have checked out the situation, because the damage to buildings as we understand it today is as dangerous as the day the big seismic shock occurred. Today, the risk assessment of housing by Albanian and foreign experts has begun. Citizens need to know that despite the scale of the tragedy, today we are in a situation which we are able to provide shelter, food, clothing, care and support to every affected family and citizen. Our teams are present in all areas affected from Durrës and Thumana to Lach and Leja. More specifically, residents are being assisted in the camps set up in Thuman, Fushkuria, Bupch, Isham, Marikai, Vora, Kurbin, Lach, Rogajin, Kamza, Durrës and Tirana, concluded Dachka. While fundraising efforts for the earthquake affected have reached €10 million, the Albanian government has promised that by 2020 each of those affected will have new and much stronger dwellings. As he has done the past few days, at 7 a.m, Edi Rama gathered the government in order to issue the guarantee to the residents affected by the disaster. Also, from today, none of the affected residents will be in the campsites after being moved to accommodation in hotels. Without hiding that he is in line with the opposition leader, Prime Minister Edi Rama acknowledged that the citizens of Lachi will also be treated with a state of emergency. From today, we should also include the area of Lach in the state of emergency so that anyone injured in Lach does not feel excluded, said Prime Minister. Work has begun on clearing black spots in Durrës and Thumana. Dangerous buildings were demolished in Thumana, where we were last night. Also in Durrës has begun the work of cleaning the areas in which no further search and rescue operations are required, said Prime Minister Rama. Foreign experts are expected to arrive on Friday to assess the damage. Regarding accommodation for those affected, the Prime Minister declared that all tents will be removed and citizens will be accommodated in hotels. Only in cases where the citizens of rural areas have demanded the opportunity to continue their agricultural and livestock activities will tent camps remain. The acting Kosovar Prime Minister, Ramush Haradinaj, accompanied by President Ilir Meta, attended to the affected areas of Durrës to closely oversee the situation at the emergency camp set up at the stadium. Haradinaj said that the Kosovar government was by the side of Albania during this difficult time, guaranteeing that support would be ongoing. The head of the Albanian state, Ilir Meta, thanked the Kosovar government for its support and said that solidarity has made it easier to handle this situation. The future Prime Minister of Kosovo, Albin Kurti, was also in Durrës, saying that the two governments should engage to facilitate the lives of the affected citizens. Even the Minister of Agriculture, Bledi Čuçi, was in Durrës beside the Kosovar Prime Minister, Ramush Haradinaj, and Albanian President Ilir Meta. Čuçi explained that Kosovar experts are conducting the second phase of their damage assessments. Today's powerful earthquake has dimmed what would normally be celebrations today, which marks Albanian Liberation Day. Prime Minister Edi Rama, President Ilir Meta and other personalities of the country paid homage at the monument Mother Albania with well wishes of calm and health delivered by Prime Minister Edi Rama. The live broadcast depicted the Albanian Prime Minister's left hand shaking uncontrollably throughout. President Ilir Meta, meanwhile, said in a statement that this trialling period should serve to make us united, as he praised the assistance provided by Kosovo. Attending the ceremony were also veterans of the anti-fascist National Liberation War and their descendants, members of martyrs, families, cabinet members, lawmakers, local government and state institution executives, along with hundreds of citizens. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join us again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Ora News, thank you and good night.